You're like a circle that floats around me.
10 common money mistakes to avoid. Expert advice. Number 1. Not having a budget. It is crucial when it comes to managing your finances effectively. Without a budget, it can be difficult to keep track of your spending and ensure that you're living within your means. Suggested budget. After you received your salary, the distribution should be 10% for tithe, 20% for savings and investment, 70% for all other expenses. If you don't have a budget, it can lead to overspending, debt, and financial stress. Using tools like budgeting apps and spreadsheets to track your progress is a big help. Number 2. Spending more than you earn. Spending more than you earn can lead to a cycle of debt and financial stress. It is very important to track your spending, prioritizing your expenses, and finding ways to increase your income. You have to cut back on unnecessary expenses and creating a sustainable budget that allows you to live below your means. Number 3. Not saving for emergencies fund. Not having an emergency fund can leave you vulnerable to unexpected expenses or income disruptions. You should have at least 3 to 6 months of your salary, so that when you lost your job or any emergency happened, you have money to spend. The common mistakes to avoid when building an emergency fund, such as spending your money for non-emergency expenses. Number 4. Not investing for the future. The fourth common money mistake is not investing for the future. Many people miss out on the benefits of compound interest and long-term growth because they don't invest early enough. The different types of investments that you can consider: real estate, business, stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Number 5. Carrying too much debt. Carrying too much debt is a common money mistake that can lead to financial difficulties. You have to know the dangers of having a high debt if not managed and paid on time will create a significant amount of stress and might affect your health and family. You have to know how to negotiate with creditors and seek professional help if necessary. It is important to avoid new debt while working to pay off existing debts. You have to pay off the smallest debt first and so on, until you settle all your debt. Number 6. Not having adequate insurance. Not having adequate insurance is a common money mistake that can lead to financial devastation. Insurance protects you from financial loss due to unforeseen events such as accidents, illnesses, or natural disasters. Without adequate insurance, you could be responsible for paying for expensive medical bills or repairing or replacing damaged property, which could wipe out your savings or put you into debt. There are several types of insurance to consider, such as health, auto, homeowners or renters, and life insurance. It's important to assess your needs and risks to determine the right policies for you. For example, if you have dependents who rely on your income, life insurance can provide financial support in the event of your unexpected death. When choosing insurance policies, make sure to compare coverage and costs from different providers. Look for policies with high coverage limits and low deductibles, and consider bundling policies to save on premiums. Also, don't forget to review your insurance coverage periodically and adjust it as your needs and circumstances change. Having adequate insurance can give you peace of mind and protect your finances from unexpected events. Make sure to assess your needs and choose the right policies to provide the protection you need. Number 7. Impulse buying. The seventh common money mistake is impulse buying. Impulse buying refers to purchasing items on a whim, without any forethought or planning. This habit can be problematic for your financial health, as it can lead to overspending and accumulating unnecessary debt. One of the reasons impulse buying is so prevalent is that we live in a culture that encourages us to buy things we don't need. Advertisements and marketing campaigns are designed to create a sense of urgency and scarcity, making us feel like we need to act quickly to get the best deal. To avoid impulse buying, it's important to be mindful of your spending habits. One strategy is to wait before making a purchase. If you see something you want, take a step back and give yourself a day or two to think about whether you really need it. This can help you avoid making impulsive decisions that you may later regret. Another strategy is to make a list before going shopping. By making a list of what you need, you can avoid getting distracted by items that you don't actually need. Stick to your list as closely as possible, and avoid browsing aisles that aren't relevant to what you need. It's also helpful to set a budget for yourself before going shopping. This can help you avoid overspending and make more intentional purchases. If you're shopping online, consider using browser extensions that can help you compare prices and find deals. Finally, it's important to be honest with yourself about why you're making a purchase. Are you buying something because you genuinely need it, or because you're trying to fill an emotional void? By being mindful of your motivations, you can make more intentional and conscious decisions about your spending. Number 8. Ignoring your credit score. The 8th common money mistake is ignoring your credit score. Your credit score is a numerical representation of your creditworthiness, and it is used by lenders and other financial institutions to determine if you are a good candidate for a loan, credit card, or other financial product. A good credit score can help you secure lower interest rates and better terms on loans and credit cards, while a poor credit score can lead to higher interest rates and even loan denials. Ignoring your credit score can be detrimental to your financial health, so it's important to regularly check your credit report and score. You can do this for free once a year at annualcreditreport.com. If you notice any errors or discrepancies on your credit report, you should dispute them with the credit bureau to have them corrected. In addition to monitoring your credit score, there are several things you can do to improve it. First, make sure you are paying your bills on time and in full each month. Late payments can have a negative impact on your credit score. Second, keep your credit utilization low by only using a small percentage of your available credit. Finally, avoid opening too many new accounts at once, as this can be seen as a red flag to lenders. By paying attention to your credit score and taking steps to improve it, you can increase your chances of being approved for loans and credit cards with favorable terms, ultimately saving you money in the long run. Number 9. Living beyond your means. Living beyond your means is a common money mistake that many people make. This means that you are spending more money than you can afford to spend. It can lead to high levels of debt, financial stress, and the inability to save for the future. Living beyond your means can be dangerous because it can lead to a cycle of debt. When you spend more money than you make, you have to rely on credit cards or loans to cover your expenses. This can lead to high levels of debt and interest payments that can make it difficult to get out of debt. To avoid living beyond your means, it's important to create a budget and stick to it. You should track your expenses and make sure that you are not spending more than you make. It's also important to prioritize your spending and focus on the things that are most important to you. This means cutting back on unnecessary expenses and saving for the future. Another way to live below your means is to focus on increasing your income. This can be done by taking on a side hustle, getting a better paying job, or pursuing additional education or training. Living below your means can be challenging, but it's essential for long-term financial health. By creating a budget, tracking your expenses, and focusing on your priorities, you can avoid the dangers of living beyond your means and build a more secure financial future. Number 10. Not planning for retirement. When it comes to managing your finances, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is not planning for your retirement. Many people assume they have plenty of time to start saving for retirement, but time flies and before they know it, they're nearing retirement age without a nest egg to fall back on. One of the best ways to get started with retirement planning is to set a goal for how much you want to save by the time you retire. You can then work backwards and calculate how much you need to save each year to reach that goal. It's also important to take advantage of employer-sponsored retirement plans, such as 401ks or IRAs, and to explore additional retirement savings options, such as annuities or real estate investments. By avoiding the common money mistake of not planning for retirement and taking action to prepare for your golden years, you can ensure a more secure financial future and enjoy a comfortable retirement. In conclusion, we've discussed the top 10 money mistakes and how to overcome them. We hope these tips and strategies will help you improve your financial well-being and achieve your goals. Remember, managing money requires discipline and commitment, but the rewards are worth it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share to your family and friends.